Hey everybody! Today we're going to be using collage to make our handmade cards. A collage is a work of art made by gluing pieces of different material to a flat surface. This is the card that I've made using collage. The materials you'll need for this project are paper, scissors, glue, and cardstock. I also have some painted paper that I made previously. So I first start out by cutting up the painted acorn that I made, and now I'm just looking at the different colors that I have to see how it looks with my acorn. I want to figure this out before I start to glue anything down. So I've cut out some leaves and I'm drawing the veins of the leaf, and I think about how I want to place it on my paper, how I can arrange them so that they look more interesting. Once you figure that out, then you can glue them down and then start to think about the shape that you want for your image. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much set on the outside piece with the image there. Now I'm going to start to work on the inside piece. And this is another painted paper that I made previously. It's part of my dad joke series. So I've folded the card and you see I made a little mistake, but I'm just going to keep on going because I think I can cover it up with my collage. So I'm adding some patterns to the front of the card that I can use for my background. Again, think about the colors and combinations so that it is more interesting. Now I'm going to draw a few little acorns here after I've filled in some of these squares and rectangles. Outline some of the acorns that I drew with the brown markers, and now I'm going to think about where I want to place my collage, and then I can glue that down. And I'm using the markers now to outline it to create kind of a frame around the collage so that you can have a little bit of contrast to it. So now I'm going to work on the inside part of the card, and it's the same process. I went and photocopied my inside pieces because I wanted to think about maybe changing the colors a little bit, and I was able to do that with the photocopier. So I'm just using this as my background piece to create that contrast, and again thinking about how I can make it stand out more. I'm using some deckled scissors to create a texture around it, and then again going around that to create more of a frame, and then gluing it in. I really like this process because you can think about your text and your images before you start to glue them into the card, and that way it creates less drama and fear of making mistakes. And if you make a mistake, you can just start over on that one piece rather than starting on the whole card over again. So I've finished it up with the text. Again, I used a ruler to draw some lines for the text so that it didn't get all wonky. And then I'm just going to go back over some of these trees to make them a little more bold. And on the back, I've put my name. All right, tidy up time. Make sure you put your scissors and glue away, put small bits in the trash, save the larger ones for another project. Wet stuff goes on the drying rack. Tidy up those tables. Make sure everything is nice and neat. Remember to have fun and be creative.